makeup tutorial was inspired by the gorgeous, half human, half mermaid Norvina. If you don't know who she is, she's Anastasia. Anastasia? I feel like when you say her name, you need to be like, Anastasia. It sounds so proper. Okay, anyways. It's Anastasia, Beverly Hills' daughter. And this is what she looks like. This is the look. Come on, focus. I was inspired by. There we go. So basically, it's just a gorgeous blue tone gunmetal kind of smoky eye, and if you look at her makeup, it's always so, it looks so like classy and put together, but with this like really cool edge to it always. And I feel like this look is just like the epitome of her looks. It's so like just like metallic and blue, and it's just so cool. I don't know. And like the skin, she kept it so simple, like literally no blush and stuff, just a little bit of bronzer, light contouring, just all pretty much matte, just looking very healthy. Excuse my under eye circles. Like you'll see I put on so much concealer, but I just got off a flight or came from a flight from New York. Like her Instagram just got hacked. And I felt like in honor, not in honor, like I don't honor the fact that her Instagram got hacked, but like in honor, if that makes sense, of it getting hacked, I felt like I should do a makeup tutorial inspired by her to just like show her some love. It was just such a cool look. And the lip is just, it looks a little bit shinier on camera, maybe because of the lighting, but it's a matte lip and it's like a salmony pink color. Hopefully you guys enjoy it, and if you want to see how to create this look step by step, then keep watching. First, I'm going to apply a primer, of course. This is going to help it look more natural, go on more silky smooth, and stay on a little bit longer throughout the day. This is the Revlon Beyond Natural Smoothing Primer. And I'm just rubbing this all over my skin. I'm using the Revlon Color Stay Foundation. It has pretty much a matte finish to it, a little hint of a satiny finish to it, and that's exactly what Norvina's skin looked like. I'm so sad. I used to be a few shades darker than this one, but I've gotten so pale in the winter. Even though I live in LA and it's always sunny, I still got pale. So not pale, but like much paler than before. So I'm back to a lighter shade. So I'm just taking a little bit on my brush and I'm just dabbing the excess off because we really want it to be minimum coverage, just enough to kind of cover up the blemishes. And I haven't used this foundation in a while. I kind of forgot how much I like it, but yeah, we're just buffing it all over our skin. I haven't filmed a tutorial where I talk to you guys while I do my makeup for a while. Usually I just have it so that there's a voice recording over. But I don't know, I kind of like chatting with you guys every once in a while. So the foundation almost looks too pale because I've got the lighting out, but it matches my skin tone. Unfortunately, I am this pale. So Norvina's skin has a really healthy glow to it, like a very natural glow, and not through highlighters necessarily, but just through lighter concealers that add this natural effect to it. So I'm going to be using a yellow tone concealer. This one is from Physicians Formula. And I'm just lightly creating a small triangle, and I'll bring this up because she has, if you look in the picture, a really nice glow, but it's not like we've all seen that like Kardashian highlight where it's a strong light undertone. Hers is really blended out, but if you look closely, you can tell that she used some products to get it to look that kind of perfect. So we're getting, we're getting this on our chin. I didn't mean to put so much, but a little bit here. I'm just looking at the picture. She has it going down now over here, down the center of her nose, and she has it fanned out. So just kind of, it's almost like we're just marking her face. Using a foundation brush, you can use your finger, anything I think with the synthetic hairs works great to just blend it all out, and we're just kind of tugging it down. So like I said, we're not doing any harsh kind of dramatic lines. Hers looks very natural. I got this question a few times on my Instagram because this past week I've been mentioning how cold it is, and I mentioned Storm Juno. So some of you were wondering if I live in New York. I don't. I live in LA, but I was just visiting this weekend some friends, and I was supposed to leave Monday, but I didn't leave till Wednesday because of the storm, and it canceled all the flights, which kind of worked to my advantage because who doesn't want to stay in New York for a couple more days? And while my friends were just like hating the snow and staying indoors, I was like dragging them outside to take pictures because we don't get snow in LA, and I think the snow is so pretty and so cool. So now to make it look a little bit more natural, I'm going to take this concealer that doesn't have a yellow undertone to it. It just has like a natural beige undertone to it. It's just a little bit lighter than my natural skin tone. This is the Maybelline concealer that everyone uses. I'm just winding it up and applying it basically right over where I applied the concealer. And once we blend it out, it's just going to look very, very natural and just give our skin the highlight that Norvina has. Wow, that looks kind of inappropriate. I'm just going to use the same foundation brush to kind of blend it out. I'm going to use the e.l.f. Eye Brightener, which is just like a light powder with a little bit of a yellow undertone to it, to set the under eyes, and everywhere I apply the concealer, basically just using a small fluffy brush and just dabbing that lightly over it. Alright, so we're nice and highlighted. Now we're going to bronze. Now, Norvina, I don't have her exact bronzer color, but I do have it in an eyeshadow form, so I'm going to use that. This is the Surmay Brunette eyeshadow quad, and this light brown looks very similar to the one she used to contour with. So her contour kind of blends into bronzer. Like, I'm going to copy exactly what she did so you'll like understand it from there, if that makes sense. Sorry, I was taking way too long to explain things, so I'm just recording over my voice. Basically, I'm taking a fluffy brush and just pinching it with my fingers so that I can get a nice sharp line along the hollows of my cheeks, and then I'm just letting it go so the brush is nice and fluffy again and just blending it upwards. I'm also applying this product along the temples of my forehead and my jawline, basically the main parts you would contour, but by applying it with a fluffier brush, it helps give us a more natural effect and not such harsh lines. I'm going to tie everything together by applying a bronzer slash blush with a peachy undertone to it. This is the Too Faced Peach Leopard Bronzer. So Norvina has this nice peachy undertone to it, which it doesn't look like she has any blush here, but this is just going to be the perfect color to tie everything together the way Norvina did. Get a little bit, it can be on the same brush, and just do a really, really light dust of that over everything to just blend everything together. I'm using a clean, big, fluffy brush to just blend everything together. I forgot to do this earlier, but I'm just quickly contouring my nose with that same powder, just making it look a little bit slimmer, and then using a fluffy brush, I'm going to blend out that line. All right, just have everything blended out, and that's the skin. Anastasia Beverly Hills is known for their brow products, so obviously Norvina's eyebrows were on point. So using a brow pencil, one that matches your brows, I'm just drawing it in where I need the hairs to be drawn in. Then going in with a powder that's a few shades lighter than my natural brow color, I'm just going to lightly fill it in with an angled brush. And just blend everything together with a brush and kind of comb it in place. So moving on to the funnest part, which are the eyes. First thing I'm going to do is use a white base just to help the blue pop out a little bit more, make it more pigmented. So I'm using the NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in the shade White. It's a great product to own. And I'm just getting this all over my eye. Welcome back to my voice recording. This video would have been like an hour long if I didn't just fast forward through parts. So I'm just blending out that product with my finger and applying more so it becomes nice and opaque. Alright, so I'm going to be mixing a couple different eyeshadows for this look to really get the color she has. First, I'm going to use this light blue shade to get that blue base in. And this is from Stila. It's called Chill. Just going to press this all over my lid. I'm going to lightly blend a navy blue, like a rich blue eyeshadow on top. This one is from L'Oreal. It's the shade Midnight Sky. So I'm just going to dip this into a small round brush. This one's from e.l.f. And pat this onto, this brush is like breaking, the outer V of my lid. And I'm just doing this, I'm bringing it into the crease, and I'm just doing this to give my eyes definition. It doesn't look like she has too much in her crease, but you can tell there's some sort of darker shade, a matte shade that just adds a little bit of shape. Taking that warm brown shade we used to contour our face with, dip a little bit into the blending brush and just start blending this all upwards. So because this has like a warm undertone to it, it's just going to help everything kind of tie together. To get that metallic highlight Norvina had in the inner corner of her eyelid, I'm taking 2 eyeliners from Chi Chi. One is a light shimmery blue called Electra, and then over that I'm going to layer the color Gaga Ooh La La, which is like a silvery metallic color. To get the main color Norvina had on her eyelid, I'm using the shade Gunmetal from Urban Decay. They have it in the Urban Decay #1 palette. This is what it looks like. And just because we're already wearing eyeshadow on our lid, it's going to be harder for this one to come on a little bit more pigmented. So we're going to wet our brush before we apply it. And I'm going to be using, you can use eye drops, MAC Fix Plus. I'm using contact solution, just a little bit. I'm getting some on my brush first to kind of wet it, to get the eyeshadow to stick on even better. But just using a synthetic brush, this is just a concealer brush, it's going to help it stick on even better. So I'm just dipping the brush, now that it's wet, into the eyeshadow. And I'm just going to pat this all over my lid. Damn, it's exactly like the one Norvina is wearing. This literally looks identical. That's crazy. And then just kind of blend it into the crease, the inner corner, over that metallic eyeshadow. For the lower lash line, you can skip this step, but I'm using like this silvery bluish gunmetal base from Sephora. It's called Made in Manhattan, and on a small little synthetic brush, I'm just going to apply this onto my lower lash line, and I'm just using this as a base before I apply the eyeshadow. To finish off the rest of the lower lash line, I'm going back into that dark navy blue color we used earlier, and on the edge of the brush, I'm just going to run this along my lower lash line up until that metallic eyeliner we put on. To really get the blue to show up, I'm just running a dark blue eyeliner along my lower lash line. Norvina had a very thin line of black eyeliner along her upper lash line. She didn't even wing it out, so I'm just using the Revlon Colorstay liquid eyeliner pen in black, and I'm just running that along my upper lash line in a thin line, but feel free to use whatever black eyeliner you like. To really enhance that black line, go ahead and tide line using a black pencil liner along the upper lash line, and also run that along your waterline. Before we apply the false lashes, I'm going to do a few coats of mascara. First, this is the L'Oreal Telescopic Mascara. Be sure to get it on the top and the bottom lashes. And then the lashes I'm using are a little bit wispier than the ones Norvina had, but you can feel free to use whatever lashes you like. Alright. Falsies are on. I'm just quickly touching up on my eyeliner along my upper lash line, going right over the falsies, and then putting that darker shade in the crease to just tie the whole look together. And this is the completed eye look, and I don't know about you, but I'm pretty obsessed with it. For the lips, she has like a matte salmony pink lip color, so I don't have the exact shade she used. In fact, I don't know the exact shade she used, but we're gonna try to mimic it to the best of our ability. I'm using this lip liner from Chi Chi in the shade Fly Girl. So it looks like very similar to hers. I'm just gonna outline the shape of my lips. I'm gonna use from Chi Chi their creamy matte liquid lipstick, which is very similar to the Anastasia Beverly Hills. I think they're called liquid lipsticks because they both dry matte. This is the shade Crazy in Love, and it just looks very similar to what she's wearing. I might add a couple other things on top to help really get a dupe for what she's wearing, but we'll see. Take MAC Creme de Nude, just any nude base. To get my lips to look as matte as Norvina's did, I'm using a translucent powder and just dabbing it all over my lips. Perfect. It's showing up a little bit shiny on camera, but it's completely matte. All right, so this is the completed Norvina makeup look. Let's just zoom in for you guys. It's very similar, I think, to what she has. I love this look. I think it's such a fun way to use a pop of color, you know, blues, metallics, but it still looks so like put together. I think the lip is a perfect complement, and just the natural skin just adds to that whole simplicity and beauty, and it's just such a Norvina look and such a gorgeous look. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this makeup look. Please comment below and let me Please comment below and let me know what you want me to film next, whether it's celebrity inspired or just whatever. And if you did I really can't talk, this is ridiculous. If you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up and feel free to subscribe to my channel and check it out for more makeup tutorials and beauty videos. And that's it. I will see you in my next video.